What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We are gonna bust open some packs today. We'll see what we get out of the deal. But hope everybody's having a good night. Look, you can see my camera in this angle. It is what it is tonight. First time really doing a live stream with card breaks, so um, welcome to the stream, and we'll hop in and get going here soon. I have a couple of people that have reached out on to see where we're going to be live. So let me just double check and make sure we're functional here. Sweet, we are live on Facebook. Sweet, we are live on. There we go. So can't ask for much better than that. It's functional. We're good. I'll try to keep both an eye on both chats as we're going here. All right, so I've got some options. So we're looking at some of these value pack sets from Walgreens. These are actually pretty cool considering the price point. Like I'm always shocked at how good they are for what you're paying for them. But we're gonna open some of these. So we've got a baseball, we've got a football tonight, got a couple of the footballs actually, and then we have two fat packs of the Road to the World Cups. For those that haven't seen already, in the Road to the World Cup last week, we pulled this beauty. Wombat, what is up? Yeah, so pulled this beauty last week. So um, got some options on things, and then we're gonna rip an Allen and Ginther as well. At least one of these. I've got a couple of these fat packs for Allen Ginther. Um, so I think we're gonna start with the baseball. These are such a weird grab. So they come with a bunch of loose cards in them, in addition to a usually a pack or two of sealed cards. These boxes are kind of hard to get open sometimes. All right, so this is baseball. We got five cards of the Panini Stars and Stripes, which will be an interesting pull. And then loose. These are always interesting because I've seen people pull these before and get some really cool cards out of them. So, oh, TJ Friedel. I know he's a not having a good season, but I collect a number of Reds cards. All of my Reds cards always go in the penny sleeves. So you'll see me stop every time. For baseball, it's Reds and Rays. For me, those are my collections that I really stick to. And then for football, you'll see Bengals and Raiders are the two. And then any All-Star cards or rookie cards I'll pull as well. So this is a 2023 All-Star card, Jacob deGrom. Alex Wood. There's another All-Star. Oh, couple in a row here. I'm a huge fan of the landscape cards as well. A lot of people ask me why. I don't know how to explain it, but I love these for whatever reason. Um, one of my favorite cards that I have is a Tops Now Evander 205. It's a landscape, like super cool. I always love the landscape cards. Like I said, these boxes are always interesting because you never really know what you're going to get. Taro, Russell, Gio Gonzalez. Here's an interesting one. Uh, a Bowman Rich Aurelia. I wonder, are those autographs on card? I'm gonna have to look this one up. This one's an interesting one. I'm not sure. It looks like it's autographed on the card. Um, we're gonna have to look that baby up and see. But a cool one. Like I said, these are always interesting because sometimes you get some really cool cards or some guys that you haven't seen in a long time. Jose Batista, Doug Jones for the Indians. Look at this. Darnell Coles. This is an old Fleer. Pat Sheridan. Rick Sutcliffe. 95 Pinnacle. That's a really interesting one. Robbie Thompson. I wonder how many guys have their card with their kid on their card with them. That's kind of an interesting one for me as a parent. Like Sid Fernandez. Well, Darren Dalton, another landscape card. Love those. Like I said earlier, I have this entire set, the Topps 87 set. Um, I don't remember when I got it. I got it as a kid, obviously, but I still have that whole set. So any of these Topps 87 cards I already have, but love to see them out in the wild still. Oh, that's a cool one. Upper Deck Classic Alumni 1991, Matt Brunson. Interesting card there. Rangers leaders. Oh, look at that. Not a red in this card, but a World Series champion with the Cincinnati Reds, Jose Rio. Yeah, so these boxes, like these collector's edge boxes from Walgreens, are just random years, random types of cards. Um, the baseball ones have a 1 in 8 for parallels or autographs, but the football is 1 in 4. So these are it's just kind of a different look. This is a cool one. This is a minor league pro card for Chet Demidio from the Sarasota White Sox. So a minor league card there. Maine Phillies. Look at that minor league card. Here's another Vermont Mariners. Some minor league cards thrown in here. Stanley, Jose De Leon, another Rick Sutcliffe. So there's two in this box alone, two Rick Sutcliffes. Ooh, here we go. Who we got? Jacob Cruz autograph series. That's kind of a cool one from the Giants. I mean, because it was loose in the pack, it has seen some better days, but that autograph is right on the card. So if there's any fans of his, like that might be worthy. But uh, I obviously need my glasses wherever they're at. So give me just a second here. Where's my bag? This is when you know you're getting old. It's late at night, and I'm like, I can't see. Uh, all right, a little better there. Oh, Sparks lost to the dream. Boo. I thought we have a bunch of WNBA fans checking in on this, but Dodgers leaders. That's got Earl Hershiser in the picture. Very cool. These are the 1988 Los Angeles Dodgers leaders. Hard to read probably on stream, but Kirk Gibson in runs, Steve Saxon hits, Gibson in doubles, Gibson in homers, John Shelby with 6 triples. That's a name I don't recognize. This is funny. This is the really funny stuff that they put in these. Look at this. The classic best. It is a checklist of the cards within that set. That one will never go anywhere. Rafael Palmeiro is with the Cubs, pre-steroids, I guess, technically. Bob Welsh, Mike Smithson, Braves top prospect, the Durham Bulls, Jamie Arnold, John Davis, Mike Dyer, and Paul Essemer. All right, so we're gonna open this. This came in that box. Uh, this is usually through the Olympic Development Program. They usually have some interesting cards in these kinds of sets. There we go. Kyle Walker, Collegiate National Team. Austin Coleman, Deion Roundtree, Gary Gibson II, Bo Peterson, and Jadrick Elliott. None of those names stand out to me at all, but that is from what year is this from? 2025. So these are like fairly recent dudes. Um, there's a couple of the variants there between the stars and then the glitter. So just because I don't know them doesn't mean somebody else will not. Well, call on my buddy John to check these dudes out because he's the baseball guru. But those are some cool looking cards from this U.S. Stars and Stripes Panini collection. So Wombat, what are you getting into? You said you were curious about some of the different sets. So I don't know what cards are you looking at? Are you looking at the World Cup cards? Is that your go-to? Or not set on anything. That's cool. Like I bounce around. So you'll see like obviously we're opening football, baseball, and soccer tonight. But I also have WWE. I have some um, Disney neons that I have yet to open that I'm kind of interested in seeing what those look like. Jeez, these boxes. It's like they're so worried about somebody ripping them off at Walgreens that they're like glued together like no other. So the last box of these that I opened had Score 1990 football in them. So it looks like this might have 2 packs of football in it this time, and some Lucy's. So let's see what we get. All right, so the 2 packs: 1991 NFL Score, and then LSU Tigers. Hold on. Collegiate Collection LSU Tigers trading cards, first edition, 8 player cards from what year? What year? What year? From a company in Louisville, Kentucky. The Collegiate Collection Incorporated from Louisville, Kentucky. There's no date on these. All right, I got to look these up while we're on stream just to see what we got here. LSU trading cards, first edition. All right, so these packs must not have anybody worth much. These are from the 1990 Collegiate Collection. They are selling on eBay for about $5 a pack. So not a huge one. Pull the burrow. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, so those are from 1990 LSU football. I don't even know any notable players on the 1990 LSU football team. Here we go. LSU Sports 1990. Marcus Carter, Slip Watkins, Calvin Wyndham, Joe Miro, Thomas Simon, Pedro Suarez. This is 1990. So Corey Raymond must have been good. There's a picture of him. If you're watching this and been like 1990, like dude, I was 10 years old. So what? Odell Beckham, tailback, 5'10 from Marshall, Texas. Is that like the father of the wide receiver? Odell Beckham Jr.? Is that daddy? Todd Kenshin. There's a picture of him split end from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Interesting. Bo Davis, nose guard, number 96. So there's like three guys they have pictures for on their website. All right, still interesting. All right. Anyway, so always a big mix of cards in these sets too. So Leo Barnes, these are Sage cards next level. Jamal Hayes, Darius Taylor. There you go. Carnell Tate for all you OSU fans. I know him. This is one of the coolest cards I've ever seen. It's hard to see here. Like it's a little blurry. On his arm right here, his elbow tape has Cookie Monster written on it. Another Carnell Tate. I know who's getting this. No, ship this one off to my buddy Ron. He's a big OSU fan. Dude, I have to date myself. Everybody like I get it all the time. I did get confused as my oldest son's younger or older brother the other day, which was kind of funny. But we'll send that Carnell Tate to Ron. He's not a big card guy, but he is a big Bucks fan, so he'll appreciate that. Blake Shapen, Dominic DeLuca, to Carlos Nicholson. So these are a lot of the college cards. Here we go. Granson, Vince Williams, Boo Steelers. Oh, this is a cool card. It's actually missing pieces. Jackson Smith Jigba. Jigba. But a very, very cool. This is his rookie card from 2023. It's hard to put in the sleeve because it's missing the bottom piece. Trying really hard not to screw it up in the process. Do, do, do. Maybe I give up on this one. I've never had one of these before. So now I'm looking, there we go. It's kind of hard to get it in the sleeve with the little cutouts. But that's kind of a cool one. Tyreek Hill. So it says rookies and stars. The 2024 Tyreek Hill Panini. Very cool. George Kittle, he's a big WWE guy. He's always at the wrestling shows and stuff. Sharon Stacy, 1992 draft pick. Does that name sound familiar, Wombat? I don't. He does not sound familiar to me, but any of these draft pick cards, I tend to penny sleeve them. Pritchard. Ooh, Otis Wilson. Raiders. Oh, there we go. We got a Bengal too right after that. Eric Thomas. He's a cornerback for the Bungles. Oh, and a Reggie Williams. He's a beast. I remember him back in the day. That's cool to have a couple Bengals back to back. The kids will dig those. Brian Davis from the Redskins. Are we allowed to call them the Redskins if they were the Redskins at the time? From the Raiders, it was Otis Wilson. Otis Wilson. Who dat? Somebody just opened my door behind me. Brian Noble from the Packers. Oh no. Oh no. Ian Beckles, Janovich. This isn't Anthony Munoz. It is not messed up on your screen. Like, look at the condition this card is in. It almost looks like it was intentionally done that way. Like it's a misprint, but it's the card actually has a weird texture on the back. Like this card got wet at some point and still got put in the pack. This one's rough. I'm gonna sleeve it just because I sleeve all the Bengals, but that one's rough. Steve Atwater, he was pretty good for the Broncos back in the day. Dwayne Harper, and then another Bengal, Ricky Dixon. I don't remember him. He had 3 interceptions for 47 yards, averaging 15 interception yards per return. Interesting. Do not remember him at all. I bet you that Munoz card would be worth a decent amount if it wasn't just absolutely destroyed. It's a 91 Fleer Anthony Munoz. Let's take a peek. Number 25, the All Pro set. I'm guessing is this from the All Pro set. It is number 26. So that's from the base set, standard card. This one. Yeah, see, that's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look like that. $2. So nothing. No value there, but especially with it being beat up. But that sucks that they put that in a box for somebody. Okay, so 1991 score. '91 score. All right, here we go. Got a big old box of garbage here that I need to from opening packs. Let's close these up. All right. So 1991 score. William White from the Lions, Chris Miller, Roy Green, Jackie, Cedric Mack. Okay, Troy Aikman, 91 score. This is his third year in the league. No idea if that's worth anything. I'm going to guess not, but we're going to sleeve it just in case. We'll put it right here for the pull so far today. Anton Walton, Eric Metcalf. Oh, two of the best jerseys of all time right there in the same picture. The Chargers and the Bucks. Dino Hackett. Of course they've got him killing a Raider. That looks like Tim Brown maybe in the picture. Mike Johnson, Sam Mills, Ray Childress, the Oilers. Ernest Givens, he was good, right? Like almost 1,000 yards in 1990, 979 yards. And then Tim Green. All right, so should we open that LSU pack here? Okay, hold on. All right, this is kind of cool. So I'm in Greater Cincinnati. For those of you watching that don't know, the first card in this pack is Dick Mayle from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. He went to Covington Catholic High School. That's pretty cool. Basketball. So these aren't even all football. This is an interesting box then, because this could be really interesting. Ken Bordelon, Rusty Jackson from the football team. What? All right. Pistol Pete Maravich. That's a super cool card. I'm sure it holds no value, but pretty cool one right there for sure. Mickey Manhattan. Ronnie East All American in 1971, All SEC 70 71. John Hazard, and then Daryl Phillips. Here's a coupon included in this box. This is fun. To receive $2 off your favorite school's trading card binder, regularly valued at $8.95, send 4 of these coupons and $6.95 per binder. Please specify your selection: Clemson, Arizona, Arizona State, LSU, North Carolina, Michigan, Michigan State, or Notre Dame. 2. Collegiate Collection Inc. I wonder if this place still exists. There, I would think not, but this offer was only good through March 1st of 1991, so I think we might have missed the deadline on this one. But interesting to pull in a football box 2 basketball players, right? And one from Covington Catholic High School. I'm going to sleeve this just because I wonder if he's in the area. Would be kind of a cool piece to track back down. All right, these can all get filed over here. So we're going to sleeve those basketballs. They'll go up there on that stack. All right. So let's break away from football for a second. We're going to do one of these other footballs, the real football. We're going to do a value card fat pack. So this pink diamond or the pink parallel, the diamond parallel that I got of Messi was out of one of these packs. These are from a different box. So this would be there's a possibility of pulling another one of those. Not very likely, but it's still a possibility. There's 250 cards in this set. I'm sure I'm gonna have plenty of doubles in this set. Almost. So these are extremely hard to read, the cards themselves, like the names, because they're all chromed. And I still laugh because there's some teams on here that didn't make the World Cup. Like here we go, Italy, right here. But a variant card there. Okay, so CYMRU is the team that this dude plays for, also known as Wales. Harry Wilson. Nigeria with the best jerseys out there. There's a James Wilson Scotland rated rookie. Put that in there. Jamie Donnelly, Northern Ireland rookie card. Let's hope we get some cool inserts out of this pack. Diego Costa from Portugal. Bear from Germany. Victor Boniface. That's a cool looking card right there. Very cool looking card. Oh, what? Uruguay. Rajo. 72 of 99. So that's a pretty cool pull. We can look that one up. Let's see. Let's see what that one's worth. I don't know if it 72 of 99. That's a pretty good number. It is number 51. So that the regular card on that one values it. You can't see it because my fat butt is in the way. Let me see if I can scroll it up enough. $1.81. So nothing spectacular there, but not sure if ungraded copies of the specific parallel value around 1250 according to the AI. So not terrible, but not a huge pull, but a cool looking card nonetheless. Ghana Mohamed Salisu. I don't think I've seen this card yet. I like these Craftsman designs. There's Craftsman, Pitch Kings, Rookie Kings. There's a couple different ones. John McGinn from Scotland, Victor in Nigeria, Marcus Strum from France, Edric from Honduras. A couple flipped around here. Adams from Scotland, Zicky. This isn't the guy who got tossed out of the Switzerland game, right? I'll look him up because I feel like he might be, but it might be wrong. Nope. Ah, but now I know why he looks familiar. He plays for Burnley. He was not with them when they played FC Cincinnati this past week, though. But the Elite Series cards are cool. I really like those. Um, couple more rated rookies here. Jordan James. Wait, is that James Wilson? Is that the same card in the same pack? It happens every once in a while to me. Very rare, but it does happen. Yep, but it's different. Sander Berge, Diego Almeida, Colin Kivar, Conde. All right, it's not a terrible one, but no big shocker one, right? Like not a huge one, but some cool cards nonetheless. Some nice little silver diamond variants, and an orange. Just keep it over here for now. All right, Wombat, what do we want to do? We've got some Allen and Ginter. This is essentially what we have left for tonight. We got about 20 minutes left. We got two of these Allen and Ginter packs, another fat pack of World Cup, and then football. What do we want to drop out there? Football. Which football? Real football or American football? These football? All right. Let's go football. Football. Again, these packs are $6.99 at Walgreens. Every Walgreens in the area I have found has these, but the baseball ones are harder to come by, which I don't really understand. But football, pretty much available everywhere. But again, I'm sure it's going to be randos and then a score. So we're starting at the next level, Lucy, right? It looks like two packs of scorecards possibly. Let's see. Oh, look, another LSU Tigers. To be fair, these were both bought at the same store, so 91 score and then another set of LSU Tiger first editions. Cam Porter, Trevor Pena, Keaton Wade, Carlos Nixon. Look at this. Two of the same card back, almost back to back on those. Rashul, Faison, Parker Hughes, Robbie Ashford. So far, nobody I know. Casey Concepcion, Jaden McNown. There's a Don Ross. Robert Woods from the Texans. Jung Ho Koo. Is this the guy that kicked the ground? Like big time kicked the ground? Buccaneers rookie card. Marquez Colston for the Saints. Oh my. Quite possibly one of the worst quarterbacks in Raiders history right here. Gardner Minshew. No, thank you, but I'm still going to sleeve him. These are absolute football. I don't know that I've ever seen those from Panini. 2024. It has his 23 stats when he played for the Colts on the back. But we sleeve all Raiders, all Bengals, so he's going to get sleeved. Gardner Minshew the second. Ray Agnew from the Patriots, Cowboys. Kevin Mack, that dude was a beast. There's a Bengal. Eddie Brown. Andrew Whittle. Trace Armstrong. He's a Florida Gator, right? Yes, Florida Gators. Pro set number one pick. Oh, here you go, you Browns fan. Wombat, here you go. Bernie Kosar. Isn't that the last time the Browns had a winning season? Yeah, I know that's a dig at your Browns, but I feel like that's really the last time they were any good. Jeff Bryant from the Seahawks, Brian Blades from the Seahawks, Jim Everett. Oh, that's a cool collector's choice card. It has the checklist on the back for the Rams. Oh, Baker got y'all a winning season? Just one? Bobby Humphrey, another Troy Aikman. This one a few years later, right? No, same. This is third year as well in the league. Probably not worth anything, but let's. Is Kosar in the Hall of Fame? Did Bernie Kosar make it to the Hall of Fame as a Brown? I, Not being a smart aleck on that one. I'm actually asking a legitimate question because I think he may have, right? No, he is not in the Hall of Fame. He is, however, a University of Miami Hall of Famer. Shocker. I'd thought he was in for sure. Charles Maine and Ken O'Brien. All right, we're going to jump into these LSU cards just because I want to see if they're similar to the other ones that we got. Hey, we've got two of those coupons now. Can we cash them in? Tyler LaFauci, Mike Vincent, Bob Pettit. Is that a basketball player? He's a basketball player. Looks like it. Yep. Another basketball player. Billy Cannon, Alan Risher, Wendell Harris, Kenny Collins, and Steve Cassidy. It's just an interesting. Like if I were a big LSU fan, those would be super cool. I'm sure. I am sure there is someone out there that loves them, the LSU Tigers, that would probably want to snatch those babies up. But 2020, Baker had them 11-5, huh? All right. All right. Ben Smith, cornerback for the Eagles. Jim Sweeney from the Jets. Marvin Allen, fullback for that's something you don't see very much anymore, right? Fullbacks. Fullback for the Patriots. William White, strong safety for the Lions. Chris Miller. Oh, what a cool card. That is super cool. Shane Conlon. I am sure this is worth absolutely nothing. But that's a cool design of a card right there, in my opinion. That's a really, really cool one. Yeah, I feel your pain being a Browns fan because being a Raiders fan is similar. That's for sure. Alex Wright, Terrence Mathis. Oh, here's an interesting one. I hate the Steelers, but Bubby Brister and Dwight Stone. Steve DeBerg and JJ Bearden. Oh, this is a super cool card. I loved Warren Moon. I was not an Oilers fan, but I thought Warren Moon was the bomb. Warren was just one of the whole Oiler offense in 1990. He completed the most passes in the NFL, 362. So 362 back then. Okay. I'm looking at current leaders in the NFL. So Warren Moon had, I'm going to read this. We're going to switch over so you can see the monitor. I'll even zoom in here because I know it's small for everybody else too. We're going to zoom in. Offensive leaders last year. Matthew Stafford threw for 4,707 yards. Okay. Warren Moon in 1990 threw for 4,689 yards. So what? About 900 more than Stafford last year. Completions 362. What were the leaders in 362 completions was the league lead. Whoa. Dak Prescott completed 404 passes last year and threw for 4,552 yards. So 100 yards less than Warren Moon back in 90. Um, Name Warren Moon's receivers. I don't know that I could, honestly. Um, I don't think I could do it. I mean, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Ernest Gibbons. That's the only one I can think of. All right, let's look. Haywood Jeffries, Drew Hill, Ernest Gibbons, and Curtis Duncan. Those are the four. But I only knew Ernest Gibbons off the top of my head. Super cool card there. Oh, there's an Emmett Smith, 1991 Emmett Smith. This was his second year in the league. Tim Harris. I know that guy. Eugene Lockhart. Oh, James Francis. Michael Coffey. All right, so not a terrible one. All right, we're gonna open a pack of Allen and Ginter baseball now, just for fun, because we're approaching that 1 hour mark. I'm not gonna go longer than an hour tonight, so we may have another pack left over or two when we get done here. But all right, so Allen and Ginter. The cool thing about the Allen and Ginter cards, and I don't talk enough about them, they come with a tobacco card, with the old school little tobacco cards. I know I have a set out here somewhere, unless I put them away. Well, I bet I put them to be filed. Yeah, they're down here in the file box. Um, Let me dig one out though. So they do some really cool stuff. Let me see if I can find one here just to show it off before we go digging. Yeah, here we go. So they're the old school sized tobacco cards. So they come in the big packs, but you get them every once in a while. I've gotten a couple of the small ones. My favorite Allen and Ginter card, just because I'm a Reds fan, is right here. The Ellie De La Cruz. Um, I've got a bunch of cards that still need to be filed that are in the box down here below my desk. But usually you get one of those little cards. The other thing that's interesting, check this out. You'll dig this. So this is a Laura Prepon card in the Allen and Ginter from that 70s show and Orange is the New Black fame, right? So there's some just weird actor and actress cards, musician cards in these sets. Laura rose to fame by portraying ideologically strong feminist tomboy Donna Pinciotti on Fox's That 70s Show, starring in the role for nearly a decade. I don't really know why they're in them. but I think it's kind of cool. There's some cool ones. Um, there is a Bryan Cranston card in this set, known to be in the set, that basically he signed and it says something about "Let's get cooking" or something like that. There's like a specialty thing there. But all right, so we got Alvarez from Astros, Raleigh. This is JJ Bleday. He's a Red now. And the only reason I really know he's a Red now is because my kids play MLB The Show like it's going out of style, trying to rebuild the Reds. Free Sagasy. Oh, this is super cool. So the cool things with these Allen Ginsters, they also do some throwback cards. This is a Reggie Jackson throwback here. Love that one. That's a cool one. Oh, we got another cool one here. Oh, look at that. All right. This is a 15 of 99 Fickner. Let's see who this dude actually is. I have no idea who that person is. William, is it Fickner? William dives into roles of all types, primarily as a character actor, playing unpredictable and ag antagonistic antagonistic authority roles on the big screen. He appeared in numerous blockbusters, including Heat, Contact, Armageddon, Black Hawk Down, The Perfect Storm, The Longest Yard, Crash, and The Dark Knight. He got a leading role in Passion of the Mind in 2000, opposite Demi Moore. But this card is a 15 of 99. I have no idea if that's worth a dime, but any numbered cards usually hold. All right, here's another cool one. Shine, Silver Chrome. Oh my God. I I might lose my absolute mind right now. Okay, I'm skipping this card because like one of my favorite players of baseball, absolutely of all time, is this guy right here, Lou Gehrig. A tobacco card of Lou Gehrig. And I don't have the tobacco sleeves out here right now. Um, where are they? I have a specific pack of tobacco sleeves. Here they are. Oh, yeah. So that's a really like I wear number 4. Um, for those that don't know this, my soccer number, my baseball number, um, I wore number 4 in honor of Lou Gehrig. We have a friend who passed away from Lou Gehrig's disease. Her father had passed away from it, um, but I've worn number 4, and my blue FC Cincinnati jersey that I've worn on stream before actually has the number 4 on the back with my name on the back, because of this guy. So this is a super cool one for me. Um, may not have any real value to it, but to me, it's going to have a ton of value. That's gonna go up on the card stand over here, over my shoulder. Super cool card right there. All right. Shane, well, Shine. No idea who this is. Self-titled debut album featured the hit "Bad Boys," which reached number 57 on the Billboard Top 100. The rapper switched gears in 2000, however, converting to Judaism and returning to his native Belize to pursue a political career. He was elected to the House of Representatives in 2020, later becoming the leader of the opposition party for the center-right United Democratic Party. So again, another interesting one. And let's see. Oh, super cool old tobacco card player, Hornsby. Rogers Hornsby. Very, very cool. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about Rogers Hornsby. Played second base, shortstop, and third. Played from 1915 all the way up to 1937. 2,259 games as a career baseball player, 23 years, 13 years as a St. Louis Cardinal, 5 years as a St. Louis Brown. For those of you that don't know, the Browns. 4 years as a Cub, a year as a Giant, and a year as a Boston Brave. He was also the manager of the Boston Braves from 1939 to no way, that's right. 1939 to 1983. That can't be right because there's no chance that he was around that long. Yeah, typo there. But he was the Boston Braves manager in 1928. Now, other weird connection. He was the manager of the Cincinnati Reds in 1952 and 1953. When he was manager of the Reds, shockingly, at age 56, they were in last place in the division. And then the following year, he was actually allowed to stay at the job, and they went 64 and 82. He had a losing record as the manager of the Reds, and he managed them for a total of 198 games. All right. Larson, Don Larson. Very cool. Don Larson card. These are cool too. I like these. These wicked curves. Max Fried from the Yankees. The Giants win their third World Series in 5 years with Buster Posey on it. SV9. It's an insert card. Very cool. Oh, here's an interesting piece for you as well. When Hornsby managed the Reds, they were the Reds in 1952. In 1952 and 53, they were back to the Redlegs. No joke. It's one of those weird baseball things, y'all. Weird baseball things. Not a shocker. Wonder if this Laura Prepon card is worth anything. Oh, just I'm penny sleeving this Wicked Curve because I have a bunch of those. I actually want to display those at some point, so I got to figure out how I'm going to display those. All right, so we're a little over an hour in. Um, Anything cool going on in the world of sports tonight? What do we have? World Cup games tomorrow, right? I was watching a summer league game while I was eating dinner tonight. I want to see what the final score of that was because it was Memphis and Dallas. Dallas was actually winning that. Dallas won that game 96 to 88. Interesting. In 6 minutes I can go watch Minnesota and Portland play in the summer league on ESPN2. I may go do that before I crash for the night. All right, let's do one last pack. We're gonna do this last Allen and Ginter. Hopefully we get another cool pull here. Um, if you like let me know if you like the scoreboard rolling across the bottom. I know it's like a lot of WNBA tonight because there's not really any other stuff, and they won't roll summer league stats. But if you think that's a cool thing to have on the stream when we're opening cards, like let me know. Otherwise, I can always drop it. But I can tell you right now, the first card in this pack is a Mark McGwire. So cool steroid card there. We'll flip around and look the other way in a minute. That's gonna be the last card we pull. Cole Wilson rookie card. Let's leave that baby. Never know if he's gonna work out. I am doing everything in my power to try to wiggle my way to work for the Athletics. So there's that. So if you're watching the stream, Athletics, I'd love an opportunity to come work there. It says Andy Pettit. Yeah, very cool card. Houston Astros, Andy Pettit, games played 531, winning 256, and lost 153 times. Here's a crazy stat for you on the back of this card. Innings pitched for Andy Pettit in his career, 3,316. Thanks, Wombat. Appreciate you letting me know. It's a new feature that I'm working with. So there's extra ways, there are different ways to stream it too. So I'm thinking maybe stretch it across the bottom of the screen like a ticker. Bregman. Twins Festa, that's a rookie card. Ooh, Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez is the next card after this Festa. Festa rookie. Listen, for most people, these Allen and Ginter cards aren't a big deal. I think they're super cool. Um, oh, this is one of the reasons why I think they're super cool. Pedro Martinez in the same pack as a Joe Morgan. Um, Joe Morgan is my favorite broadcaster of all time as well. I used to love Sunday Night Baseball. When he was on Sunday Night Baseball, I just loved Joe Morgan as a broadcaster. The fact that he played as a Red and the Reds are my hometown team is really cool too. But um, just a super cool card, in my opinion. My youngest has a Tony Perez card from this set as well. Um, so Joe Morgan played 2,649 games. He had 449 doubles. Holy cow, I didn't know he had that many stolen bases. 689 stolen bases. And he was acquired by the Reds in a trade with the Astros, which I did know that. November 29th of 1971. And he was part of the Big Red Machine. All right. There's a Wheeler, Carroll. Oh, two tobacco cards. Oh, that's a cool one too. Derek Jeter. A Derek Jeter tobacco card. And I do sleeve every single tobacco card in case anybody's wondering. I'll need more of these eventually. Because I do pick up quite a few of the Allen and Ginter packs, and they're relatively inexpensive. I think these fat packs were like $6, and for me, they're worth every penny because I love this style card. Interesting thing of note with Derek Jeter, I saw him play as a Columbus Clipper back in the day. Obviously before he was drafted or before he went to the Yankees to play in the majors, but it's another cool one. I guess you could say I'm kind of a Yankees fan, but not really. This is a rookie card. This Sasaski is a rookie. Rookie Sasaski. Very cool. Joe Torre is actually related to us, so that's the Yankees connection for me. One of my oldest. Um, are they worth anything? I've seen some Allen and Ginters that are worth a decent amount. Let's see. They are newer. The 2025 Topps Allen and Ginter baseball cards. There's an Aaron Judge card that's out there that's worth a decent amount, like floating around. Ungraded, they don't hold a ton of value. But like graded, you're looking at some like the Shohei Ohtani number 132 graded a 10 is an 81 dollars. There's an Aaron Judge stained glass mini card that looks like this. I will pull up this thing on the screen so you can see it. That card right there. I want to say the value on it's like $1,300. Ungraded, it's sold for 280. 10 a PSA 10 of that card, $1,268.90 is the highest that it's sold for. There's a Bo Jackson in the Allen Ginter 2015s, which is one of my Holy Grail cards. Or sorry, 2025s, not 2015s, the 2025s. And that's the packs that we're opening now are the 2025s. This is my Holy Grail card right here. Um, and it sells for about 500. But I'm a huge Bo Jackson fan. Like anybody that knows me knows that I'm a Bo Jackson fan. I have a player on my girls' team that we actually call Bo because she wears number 34. It was her assigned number by the old club, and she kept it when she moved to us, which is amazing. Let's see. Beltray. Okay, these are cool. So Wicked Curve, Bob Gibson, and then a Allen Ginter Athletics, Mark McGuire. That one's an interesting one. I want to see if that one's worth anything. So Mark McGuire is an interesting cat because some people love him, some people hate him. The whole steroid thing got people all bent out of shape. But even before he was like just juicing that juice, he was a hell of a ball player. Let's take a look and see if this card is really worth anything. This is SB26. So graded a PSA 10 graded of this card is 36 bucks. Um, 9.5 is showing at $24. again, this is the one thing that I would say, like if you're looking to make quick money out of cards, like you're gonna hold a ton. Um, like this Adrian Beltre, like number 323 in the set. Um, ungraded $1.29. PSA 10 35.62. But what's it costing right now to grade? Like I don't haven't really done any yet. Um, but there's a bunch of these Allen and Ginter, like Allen and Ginter cards. I wonder what the something tells me this Lou Gehrig probably isn't worth anything, but we're gonna look it up just because. So the Allen and Ginter, there are old sets too. So they throw back like there's 2008 Allen and Ginters. There's some that are worth a decent amount. There's a Ty Cobb PSA graded 10 2008 Allen Ginter for $200. There's a 2008 Topps Allen and Ginter Serena Williams baseball autographed, selling on eBay right now for 3 grand. So if you can go back and get any of those older Allen and Ginter things, but yeah, the grading is an interesting thing. I'm not a big grading guy, so like my collection, I have a few graded cards. Um, they are in another box, not here in the on the set, but um, I have a few graded cards that are worth more to me just because I had them graded for just the sake of having them graded, not necessarily with the plan to resell. Um, I will send this Messi out to be graded. I'm 99.9% sure that this Messi is gonna get a grading. I'm gonna send it out. It's being shopped right now, though. Honestly, raw. Like I've got it out to a guy to try to track down, see what I can get out of it. I'm not a huge Messi fan, but I understand the value of that card. Um, which, if I can continue to increase my collection, I'm more excited about that, honestly. Um, but yeah, so the Gehrig. Let's see if the Gehrig is worth anything at this point. But yeah, if you're looking to just jump in and get some rando cards just to have a cool collection, like I highly recommend the Topps cards. I think they're really cool. The new football cards, the Topps or no, what is it, the Black Chrome, whatever. Those are boxes are super expensive. Um, I haven't jumped in on any of those, but I've done some of the breaks online where you buy like a team. So those are cool. Let's see, 2025 Allen and Ginter, Lou Gehrig. And the older your cards are, the more likely you are to snag something that's worth a decent amount. I have I have the Score Bo Jackson card, which was another holy grail of mine that I was searching for. And you've seen, I guarantee you've seen this card out there. Um, share this screen again, but I'm sure you've seen this card out there, right? Like I have a raw one of this in my collection, but no graded one. But this graded one's going for $800. Uh, I also have a raw card of this one, and somewhere have a pretty beaten up card of this one. That one that I have has seen better days of that one. But anytime I get a chance to buy raw packs from like the 90s, if a card store has them for, you know, a couple bucks here or there, like sometimes you can find them for a couple dollars. Like I try to snatch those up. Card stocks tends to sell some older packs that aren't really worth anything in the grand scheme. But if you're looking for certain players in your collection, it can be a nice little pickup. Um, okay, so this Allen Ginter Lou Gehrig ungraded is worth $1.50. So, oh no, that's not the right card. That's the regular card. What's the tobacco card? It's still listed as number 6, but what's the tobacco card worth? Probably not much more, honestly. Okay, so somebody has this one listed right now on eBay for $4. So not bad. I mean, $4. Considering if you think like this pack alone came with like was like $5 or $6. Like I like 4 9 or 5.99 or 6.99. I think Laura pre-pound not worth a dime. Well, really. $2. So yeah, nothing on that. But again, like some of these, it's whatever. Yeah, usually you can make back whatever you're looking for, or whatever you've paid, just depending on what you're going after. This Tops Now Evander card is a parallel like so I paid $10 for that card. I actually got two of them. I got the standard one and then I wound up getting this one as well. Um, this is from when he scored his hat trick against Chicago. Um, One of the apps on my phone had said at some point said it was worth 225. So let's see. We'll do it again right here. We're just, yeah, still showing at 225. So Evander. All right, let's see what this, just for fun, because I haven't done it with the Messi card yet. All right. So 1150. And that came out of a $7 fat pack. But there is one um, on eBay that sold recently of that exact card. Um, for $2,300. So hard to tell like what that value on that's actually going to be worth when all is said and done. Um, but I mean, we know that the values on these cards are not going to drop in price. So to get a card like that out of a fat pack is a super rarity. Um, yeah, it's interesting about that Messi card being graded. I don't know how they got it graded and had it back so fast, able to sell. Um, that was one of my questions when I saw the graded one, because I'm not really sure how they were able to pull that off. But all right, we're at an hour and a half. So I had only said I was going to go for an hour. So I have another set of these to open for the next time we come on and stream. And I have a couple other random things that I am gonna open eventually. So those are a big get. And then I have an Allen Ginter box, I believe, still. They do. Blaster box. That we'll do on the next stream. And then I still have two more boxes of these babies. And then a box of I know I have a bunch of these Topps Chromes. The MLS Topps Chrome packs, like I have some of these. So they sell these at GameStop as well. So I had a bunch of trading credit that I used towards those just because I'm going to be done shopping at that company forever. But we'll definitely dig into those on the next time I stream. But hopefully we can get a couple more cool things out of these Allen and Ginter boxes. So this box has 48 cards in it. Um, I would really like that Aaron Judge relic that's right there on the picture. Um, but yeah, so um, when am I going to stream again this rest of this week? It will really just depend on real life and how it goes. So um, I don't know when I'm going to stream next, but we'll definitely put it out there. For those of you that are new to watching, like I appreciate you coming in, Wombat. I know you've watched me before, but I appreciate you coming in and watching the card stream tonight. I am definitely excited about some of the stuff that I've gotten recently. So I did get the Sol Ruka Tops Now WWE card as well. Um, go back so you can see that. That one's a cool one. That's from her debut, WWE debut. What other cool? I had some other cool Don Russ ones and some soccer. So I'm a big Jude Bellingham fan. For those that don't know, I really like Real Madrid, so he sticks out. I have a Real Madrid briefcase slash backpack that I use for work. Um, the wrestling cards, yeah, dude. Like I have quite a few really cool wrestling cards, honestly. Um, but that one is one that I thought was super cool. Um, hold on, I have some other cool wrestling ones back here. My wrestling cards are actually accessible. They're like right here in the pile of stuff. So um, there's some really cool ones in here. So WWE WrestleMania Big John Studd. Um, here's one Ohio girl Alexa Bliss. And then you got this just blank card right here with the cool silver border. Um, I know there's a few other like really wild ones. Oh, this is one of my favorites right here. I have no idea if there's any value in that, but a D'Lo Brown autograph. And then I've got this Bret Hart 152. Um, this Joaquin Wild's not worth the paper that it's printed on. But I do have some other ones that I really dig. Bailey Batista, and then those are all from a certain set. But I bought a couple boxes of those over the course of time. And then there's some of these other cool ones. So Topps Chrome Adam Cole, he's one of my favorites. Angelo Dawkins from Cincinnati. So it's the only reason that that one means anything to me at this point. Some more Adam Cole, another Angelo Dawkins. I really like this card. This was one that I had to hunt down. So this is the Topps Now Roman Reigns and Rock card. So not a not a big one for anybody else, but for me that was a pretty cool card to be able to get my hands on. Um, and then I got a New Jack 58 of 99 on an online stream. And then this Roman Reigns was a buyback card, like they pay 20 bucks if you got one right away, and I just did not sell it back. Um, but yeah, so I have some cool wrestling ones and some that are just whatever. Um, but like I really enjoy just the overall collecting of any different kind of stuff. So um, you can see different things in the sets. Um, if there's anybody out there watching and needs these, I've got doubles of these, so here you go. Splatoon amiibo, Blythe from Smash Bros, and Link from. I don't need those, so those are sitting here on my desk, um, showing off. Got my mess over here. So here's my Real Madrid backpack I was talking about. As it falls on the floor. Um, but yeah, so if you're a pop collector, I don't know, do you collect pops, Wombat? Are you a pop guy? I can't remember if you are or not. The World Cup pops at Walgreens are 60% off right now, if you are. I got the whole set over the course of time, but I needed a Gio Reyna. I had to like hunt it down. So was able to get that today for $6, um, which is super cheap in the grand scheme of pops, right? But yeah, so um, Yeah, I'll have to show off some of the other cards that I've pulled at some point. Like if you follow me on TikTok, if you have a TikTok account at Touched Artist, you'll find some of my little pulls of things over the course of time. There's a few things here and there that I've just done videos or streamed quick pulls of those. I have Olivier Giroud on one of these cards. Oh, there's a Vinny. I forgot about this Vinny Dominators card. That's probably a pretty cool one, Vinny Jr. Um, I have a Topps Prem Messi. I got a FIFA Road to the World Cup numbered Tyler Adams, and he's my favorite player from the U.S. men's national team. So that's a pretty cool one. Pretty cool get out of a box. 102 out of 205. You're gonna get a super bad reflection off the graphic here, but um, all right. So we're gonna wrap it up. But I'll show some of these off at some point. If you happen to go to any of your local card shops and like just ask questions. Like everybody that works at those stores knows their stuff. Um, so if you're in Fort Thomas area, like hit up Hit Seekers. They are my go-to over that way. There's RS Sports Cards here in Lawrenceburg, not owned by me, despite the fact that everybody seemed to think they were for a while. Which I get it because my initials and I'm into sports and cards and all those things. So, um, but yeah, definitely not me. But they're pretty cool. Um, Card Stocks is Jeremy's at Card Stocks, right? Um, I want to say he's working for Card Stocks now. Let me look real fast. Not 100% sure, but it's worth checking. Um, yeah, so he works for Card Stocks. Not sure which location he's at, but Jeremy Lance, I think he's in Blue Ash. Yeah, Blue Ash. So if you're ever Blue Ash Way, Cardstock's in Blue Ash location, um, go talk to Jeremy there. He knows this stuff for sure. We have a Cardstocks here in Lawrenceburg as well. They just opened one in Mason, I believe. Um, yeah, yeah. So they did open that one in Mason. I thought so. Um, They sent out, I got like a text that said to stop by and get that one. Uh, so they had shot a text over like, hey, you can get a special gift bag or whatever. What did you buy? Did you buy anything when you went there on Saturday? Ah, the Panini stickers. I am so happy I avoided those. Oh, but they may be on sale at Walgreens. So Walgreens has 60% off all the um, World Cup stuff. They are right now. All of the Panini stickers are 60% off at Walgreens. So just something to keep in mind. Yeah, unless those are just pins. Hold on, let me double check. Country pins, 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 pins. All of the stuff that I've seen for the World Cup is on sale there. So I would be shocked if the stickers are not. It says price available in store. It will not tell you on their website, but all the other World Cup stuff is 60% off. But it's not showing the price on their website. It says 60% off select FIFA World Cup items. I don't know if that'll be included, but it's worth a check. Because I was there. That's where I got the Geo for 60% off. Um, but their website doesn't, it doesn't allow you to select for pickup, and they don't have delivery on this. But I know quite a few of the stores have them. So I avoided the stickers with the exception of the ones on the Coke bottles. So I have two. Um, in all of the Coke that I drink, and you know that I drink Coke every day, right? That's my big problem. I have gotten Edison Alvarez from Mexico, like the Mexican national team. Um, I've gotten him like 5 times. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody that's popped in. We will do some more streaming. 2 hours tonight, or an hour and 45 minutes, was 45 minutes longer than I expected to be, but cool night of pulls, and I have a lot to file now this week. So we'll have to get into that throughout the week. But thanks for stopping by, and I will see you all next time.